Hi everyone, it is Patty here, back with you again from It's Natural. We are going to discuss how to prevent respiratory, upper respiratory issues that you may have. This is not to diagnose or treat, but just to share with you what has worked with me naturally. And this is the season, it's winter, and you might have a little cough or a little bit of congestion right here. And I don't know what this thing is called, but I got it at the hospital. And I'm just going to show you right here. It's called Air Life. And what you do is this strengthens your lungs. And as I was told while I was in the hospital, they wanted me to do this a couple times a day, or at least 3 times a day, to strengthen my lungs to prevent pneumonia. So what you do is you breathe in, you suck in, and you want to make sure that you hold it between this little thing right there in between these two. I'm going to do it this way so you guys can see. Well, you can't even see it over on this side. So between these two arrows. So I don't know if I can, okay, we can do it like this. So I'm going to do it so you can see these little things going up and down here. So that's all I can do. So of course it was only 2 or 3 seconds, but you see that you want to keep them in between as you're sucking in your air. You want to keep this little thing in between these 2 arrows. And that actually, I've noticed, even since I've been out of the hospital, which is, I've had this for quite a long time. I've had this for about 5 years. I use this when I feel like I might be getting congested. And as I breathe, suck in like this, I do that maybe 4 or 5 times a day when I'm feeling a little bit congested. This actually loosens everything up and I stop coughing. Now, I personally don't know how that works. If you guys know, comment below. But anyway, I've just, I was told that when I was given this in the hospital, they wanted me to do that frequently so I would not come down with pneumonia, which I never have had pneumonia. And every time I've coughed, I've used this. It's called Air Life. And what I'll do is I'll put a link below if you'd like to purchase one. I'm not making any commission or anything off of it. So I'll just put a link below so you guys can, if you want one. It's a healthy way to stay healthy and keep your lungs strong. So this is one thing I do highly recommend getting your hands on. Getting your hands on one of these. And then what else? Eat foods like I had how to prevent the flu. Eat foods with antibacterial and antiviral properties and add that into your diet. Add it into the foods that you eat on a daily basis, and you'll notice you'll start feeling better. Now, if your throat is sore when it comes with your congestion respiratory, what I have done that I've noticed that works for me and has worked for family members is one or a few things you can do. You can they have now, health food stores have lozenges, honey lozenges, or you can even make your own. You can do that, and that's antiviral, antibacterial, but make sure when you have the honey, make sure it's pure honey, and you know the source of where you're getting it, what state, what farm. If it's a local farm, make sure it's real, because there had been reports that out of country honey has been, it's been actually out of the country, but it's been labeled in the country, and then it's not even honey, it's some type of material. So just be careful of the false honey that might be out there. So make sure that you are investigating and make sure you're getting the purest honey possible. And that's antiviral and antibacterial too. So you can either put it in some echinacea tea to coat your throat, and then also you can make a rub for your chest with eucalyptus. Or what I've done, you can get essential oil, and I'll put the links below for some essential oils, or what I recommend. I got this at Walmart. It's called Nature's Bounty Aromatherapy Diffuser, and it plugs into your computer, and it's really quiet. You just drop a couple spots on it, and it's a fan that blows the essential oil in the air, and that helps a lot too. It helps just open up your airwaves, the eucalyptus, and you can, like I said, you can put a rub of coconut oil with eucalyptus on your chest and on your throat. Also, to take out a fever, if you're having a respiratory issues with a fever, you can either ingest the garlic, or you can put the garlic on your feet. And how do you do that? What you do is you either have minced garlic, or you have very fine chopped up garlic. It has to be chopped because it releases the components that needs to get into your body in order to reduce the fever and to help fight the infection that's going on in your body. So you'll put it on your feet, mix it with some vegetable oil, or I'm not fond of vegetable oil, so avocado oil, coconut oil, or some type of oil. Mix those two together, saran wrap your feet, make sure it stays on contact, and leave that overnight on your feet. Put your shoes on, not your shoes on, but your socks on, and there you have it. That takes away fevers immediately. It's wonderful. So what also you can do with respiratory is put some cloves in some boiling water and let it steep, and then put a towel over your head and let the steam, breathe in the steam with the cloves, and that'll loosen up all the congestion. You will cough up the mucus, but it's getting all that junk out of your system and getting you cleared out. And that has helped me in the past. I have not had, in the last 2 years, I haven't really had any problems since I've been doing this. Once I get a little bit of a cough, I just strengthen up my lungs, and the cough goes away immediately. And also, I'm proactive into making sure I take oregano leaves every day, and my nutritional yeast. I have these two. So your immune system is built up, and the oregano, I used to eat garlic every single day, and you can take garlic tablets, but it's not as strong as the real garlic. And what I would do, would chop up some garlic, or put it in a press, a garlic press, 1 clove a day with some applesauce, and mix it together, because garlic is really hard on your stomach, and so you don't want to, you want to eat it with something. So since I've had, my body chemistry has changed a little bit, I've stopped eating garlic and went to oregano and the nutritional yeast. And doing that plus this has helped me keep my respiratory clean, away from bacteria. And if something should have, or possibly I touched something and somebody was sick, or I was in the same room with somebody who was sick, I would be able to fight it off. And so those are ideas for you to help with your respiratory. Eucalyptus is really good, and also frankincense is very good for respiratory issues. If you've seen my flu, how to prevent the flu, and I'll post it up here, I also mentioned these same ingredients for the flu. They work tremendously. Now, elderberry. Elderberry also, you may want to try. Personally, I don't do it. I ended up getting little elderberry berries at the health food store, and I made a tincture. No, I didn't. I was making a tea out of the real elderberries, and I put like a teaspoon of elderberries, and they're very, very tiny, very tiny. I put a teaspoon. It was way too much for my body. My throat started closing up immediately. My chest started getting tight. I had an allergic reaction. Less is more. Less is more. Remember, these things, they're so good for you, but make sure if you're trying a new herb or you're trying something new, make sure you do very, very small, and don't mix it with something until you know how your body's going to react, and then you can start mixing it up with your, like these two. These nutritional yeast and oregano leaves are natural, but you don't know how your body is going to react to this. So if your body doesn't react to it, and I always tell people, the rule of thumb for me is less is more. I only take 1 teaspoon of this. This is so potent. The essential oil is so potent. You don't need that much. And our society has kind of thrown it down our minds that we need like tons of food and tons of this, when in actuality you only might need 1/3 of whatever. For instance, personally, in one sitting, I'm only able to eat a cup of one item. So if I want a mixture of different types of foods, I have to make sure all of it is in 1 cup, because that's how much my body can tolerate at one given time. And so listen to your body and stay healthy. Please share. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway. Giveaway, woo. So I hope this helped, give you some ideas of what you can do to keep any respiratory bugs away from you. And I will see you next time. Remember, like, comment, and share. I'll talk to you soon.